Oh, am I on? Camera's off. Anyway, while I fix this camera, it's Vampire Logan here, and we are playing D&D again. We're doing hopefully the final episode of Campaign 2 of Price of Vengeance, or Chapter 2 of the Vengeance series, Price of Vengeance. And we have our two players here, Paulian and Barash, and they have now reached level 8, and we were just in the process of fixing that up on the sheets. And oh, it's gone down again. What is wrong with my camera? Oh, is it going? It wants to work. May not have camera. Anyway, we're gonna have recap here. We had last game. They basically finished off the battle with Bagoda and his lieutenants by a little bit of an anticlimactic battle with Bagoda, where he ended up trying to run away and was teleporting all over the out of the ritual cave and all the way out of into the outside area, and eventually got shot down by the Aranfar elves that were waiting outside. Their hobgoblin allies had previously left and got into their airship and taken off. So when the players had finished off Bagoda and met up with the Aranfar elves and helped them destroy the ritual altars and cleaned up and saved the remaining people inside, they were kind of figuring out what they need to do next. They need to get back to the city of Hill's Edge and figure out what's going on over there. So right now you guys have finished destroying the altars. This has taken a little bit of time. Paulian was shooting at them while Barash was popping around outside, and he realized you guys are destroying the altar, so he needed to get back there. So he started to come back, and Barash was moving to try and get him, but the elves finished off the job for you guys. And then I think didn't Barash you go out and make sure he was dead or something like that?
Yes, I cut off his head.
Yes, okay. So he is definitely
I
dead.
took it. I actually. Yes, I
No
actually
death
took it
saves
with
for
me.
him.
Mm-mm.
All right.
No death save. He was dragged back into the earth, but his head
Oh yeah, that's right. He got you took his head off
can
and
come
then,
with me
and then the
on a end of a
demons
pike.
dragged him into the abyss. And probably the same fate for his lieutenants. And yes, you do not find their bodies. You were lucky enough to recover one of their weapons. I think you have a great sword that belonged to one of the.
Yes, I recovered that before he died.
Before he died, so I'll assume that it still remains. Still trying to fix my camera here. Maybe I just need to unplug it and replug it in here. Figure out which one is this plug. So yeah, let's. Why don't you guys discuss what your plan is now while I go and try and fix that camera.
Okay.
Well, we the one other thing we did, we gave Zero a proper barbarian burial. To my brother, to my little brother.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But the next thing should probably be we should go back to the city, because that's where the hobgoblins are heading to.
Yep. So, to be clear, after that head, I take it that head is going back to your group, to your home.
Actually, I'm going to. And if we have to stop the rest of the barbarian army and give them a reason to go home, I'm going to use it as your boss is dead, right? Pack up, go home, go back to your clans. That's at least the thought. If they need some persuasion.
Gotcha.
Hey, there we go. I think that's working. Crazy thing. There. Camera's back. Okay, so you guys are gonna go try and get back to the city and convince the barbarians to head back north. Is that what you were talking about?
Yep.
Yeah, basically. But we're also going to find out what's up with the hobgoblins, right?
Yeah. Okay, so right now it is oh, they should have been shooting with disadvantage because it's actually nighttime right now. Because when you guys left it was evening. And then I think it took about 4 or 5 hours to get there by airship. And so now I think that did the elves, they discussed something with you about the camera went off again. What's going on with this today? Let's try just unplugging these things. Okay, that seems to keep it happy. Okay, so yeah, you guys were discussing something with the elves about trying to get them to get you there. Because you guys have no airship or anything right now.
That's very true.
Yeah, how do we get back to town?
You can
Elven
walk.
Archer, dude. Anything better than that?
I mean, there's a spell that some druids can cast that allows you to transport through a tree.
I'm up for tree transportation if that'll
Right?
help us out. Yeah.
What?
We don't have anybody with us right now who can do that. But I think there might be an old druid nearby here who sometimes allies with us that might be powerful enough to cast that spell.
Okay, well, that seems like the best lead we've got.
I agree.
How about we could lead you in that direction. So we're done with the with this ritual cave, and it once you destroyed the altars, it started to crumble, and that big creature with the arms kind of started to crumble down. So you guys quickly got out of there, and
It is time to
everything
go.
collapsed into the lava, and then once you went outside of the cave. And then came back in, it appeared to be a normal cave, and there was no lava filled
Temples or anything.
area or anything like that.
Well, that is good.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need anyone else toying with those.
Yes, we are happy that you put an end to this demonic incursion. And as a reward, we will try to get you to this druid as fast as we can. So
that would be excellent.
Let's head out. And so there's no time for rest as you go off and get to the road. Or actually, you're heading into the forest away from the road. That's the thing, that if we go there and find out that here's the choice you're dealing with. So if you go there and there is no, like, there either isn't a druid there or he doesn't have that spell, then you're going kind of the opposite way, so you're adding about a few hours to your travel time.
At the moment, we're walking there, so Any possibility of getting there sooner is better.
Okay. All right, then let's go. So you head off into the woods. Let me just bring up the map. I'm gonna minimize Tailspire here.
Where is the Chimera that I freed when I need it?
Yeah, he just shows up right now for no reason.
Most convenient.
Call it and see what happens.
Yeah.
I make the Chimera call.
Yeah.
Pretty sure one of them is a chicken.
One hit.
Yeah, dragon, chicken, and goat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we should have Eiley in here too. So he gets updated on the sheet. Why does it still say? It's got Polly in the second category there. I just try turning this off and on. Oh, I know. I need to start the. Oh, I did start it. Okay. There it goes. Yeah, now it's updated. Polly's in the right spot. And maybe we should turn off 0.
Yes.
Sir not appearing in this film
Yes.
or episode. Oh, I shouldn't have pressed that. Now it's taking forever to shut everything down. Okay, I will bring up the map while that's doing that. Map of Hill's Edge surrounding area. There we go. You guys can see this, right, in your fantasy grounds?
Yes.
Just in case.
There it is.
Oh.
By the way, I will take the 2 points of Constitution.
Oh, okay. For your level up.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, dexterity as well as it gives me armor as well as health.
Armor? Oh yeah, because you're the barbarian gets the extra AC. That is a pretty good pick then. Toughness.
Yeah.
So,
Whatever it is, 16 hit points plus 1 armor class.
Okay, so level up, barbarian, and did it give me a? What's it doing? Oh, here we go. Con. Okay, and commit. 1 class of barbarian level up has been given, and it did not update your AC, which it should have. Dex full, con +1. Was it 18 before?
No, it was 19.
If I close your sheet and open it again.
I'll close it on mine too.
Oh, it hasn't updated your con yet. What?
I've closed them on my side. Maybe it'll update now.
Oh, you're gone. Still didn't do it. Are you back yet?
Oh, do you want me to go back in?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought you might have to do it while I had it closed.
Well, I already did it, so it should, yeah, it says you're level 8 now.
Yep, but it didn't upgrade my con.
Stats, class, feat, stat. Oh, yeah, I have to do it. Well, one way to fix that is to just do it. And there we go, 20. Okay, and did you hit points
Nice.
too? It just added 8.
Yep, it added the hit points. Oh,
Even
it added
more.
9. That's right.
97
That's right.
to 107. That's 10 more. Why'd it add 10 more?
That's a ton of hit points.
I think it's going to be just...
Oh, yeah, it's only 1, not 2.
Should be 105. Because you would have got... Or no, sorry, you would have got 6 plus 3. You should have got 9 to 88. Would have been 97 plus another...
8.
8 for going up to plus 4. So actually,
it's 105
per level. Yeah, it should be 105.
105.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
I just did that. Oh, I just did that?
Sweet.
Okay, so now
Right then.
you are even more tough than you were before.
That's okay. I tend to take a lot of it.
You
so.
essentially have now 210 hit points.
Nice. That's not quite enough, though.
No.
Our foes seem to have
I'm gonna
610.
I'm gonna keep having to up the CR now. Now you're gonna have to fight level 30 CR things.
Oh, great.
You're gonna do like 80 damage every turn. Just to compete.
We can be heroes just for once, Dan.
Yeah. Hey, you won last time, and I didn't fudge it too much.
Yeah.
I just kept forgetting all the stupid legendary actions. I find that actually, I like the concept of it, but to actually remember to do it is kind of annoying.
It's a pain. And it makes everything so long.
Yeah, because then you have to like jump in other people's turns. It's like, he should just get more stuff to do in his own turn.
Yeah.
I think you can do it. I think only one creature should have legendary actions in a combat, and
I think they should only get them if there aren't
it.
other powerful. If it's just like one, like say you're fighting a dragon, it should just be like if it's one guy, then yeah, I can see him getting them. But if it's just like a guy and then he's also got like his legendary actions were basically his lieutenants, so I consider that fair.
Well, he had a few others.
Yeah, he did a few extras.
Yeah, he had 4 or 5. I want to say at least 4 different legendary powers that he had to choose from.
Yeah, and he did some bursts of those once in a while, but I'll just say they're like it's a fluctuating demonic power that happened as to why it didn't happen all the time. Okay, so
we could have used a couple of those.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, you did, and then the guy who had them died.
Right?
4-0. Take demonic power and then dies with it.
Isn't that the life lesson we're supposed to take from all this?
Yes, that's the price of vengeance right there. He paid the ultimate price of vengeance. Okay, so you guys are in this where the E is. I think actually, what's this going on here? So the X, I think, is where the. Is this the right image? Hang on a sec. Surrounding area. Dragon Arena. Oh, that's the city map. Yeah, I think that is the right map. So yeah, so this red circle I think is where the main force of the bearskins are. The blue line.
It's not the bearskin main camp that's labeled there.
No, that was where they were before they attacked.
They moved up.
They moved out of there, then they came here, and then this path the blue path is where you guys flew, and then E is where you met the elves, the Aranfar elves, and then X is where the actually the next X over was where the cave was. Yeah. So to find the druid, you guys end up going 1, 2, 3. So over the rest of these hills, and I'll make another drawing here. Give me a new layer. Let's pick a color. Druid will be dark green. Okay, that's a D for druid. It doesn't quite look like a D anymore. That's it. That's where it is. Okay, so you go a little bit further to the northeast and then north, and after about 2.5 hours or so, you get to a place where the elves say this is where the druid lives. There's a huge tree with a house in the top of it, and the elves call out to this druid, and his name is I should have my name list up.
Druidifix.
Druidifix? Get a fix?
Get a fix.
Get a fix. That's the one.
Yeah, we're going with get a fix. Hey,
Best druid ever.
get a fix. We could use your help here. And
giving these guys a magic potion.
yeah, magic potion, so they can run real fast
And be real strong.
Be real strong.
and beat up Romans.
Do that.
Okay, so this elven man with a slightly it's a blonde but slightly graying beard comes out, which is unusual. You haven't seen too many elves with beards. And he comes out of the tree house above, and he's got a kind of druid-like robes and a cloak, green cloak with a hood. And he comes out, and he has a sickle in one hand and a staff in the other. And he goes, "Oh, hello." I forget that guy's name. The leader of the Aranfar elves. He says his name, and he says, "What are you doing over here? Did you find those demons you were looking for?"
We did find those demons.
He goes, "Oh, hello
They
there."
shouldn't be bothering anyone around here anymore.
Ever.
Mm-hmm. I point, kind of gesture over with my thumb towards the head that Bashar is carrying.
You still carrying the head?
Barash, sorry. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll assume that the head did not get dragged down with the rest of the body.
Well, no, that's what I said before. I said
Okay.
I cut off his head, and then he said
So you
his
could
body
bring
got
it
dragged
back.
down.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, when he was in the ritual chamber, he was much smaller than he had been at that large size. So he has a regular size head, so you don't have to haul around a giant head.
It might be in a bag at the moment.
It
I don't
does
want to get it too
ooze a
dirty.
bit. Eds often do.
Heads often do, yeah. So fortunately, I think with this turn of events, we might be able to stop the barbarians that are attacking Hill's Edge as we speak. The hobgoblins, though, we don't know.
Is it
That
every
is
time
an
the druid this?
Yes.
He says, "Oh, yes, those barbarians have been causing quite a bit of turmoil in the forest here."
Well, we think we can turn them back, but we're not sure about the hobgoblins. But if we're to prevent any real harm from these groups, we have to make it back to Hill's Edge very, very quickly. Now, our buddies here, who had the heroic task of taking down the final blow against this beast, said you might be able to help us get to Hill's Edge faster than walking. Is that true?
Oh, you're talking about transport via plants. Yes.
Yes, I am.
I do know this spell, and it is something I have used before, but I'm gonna say 75% chance he has it learned today. 29, yes, he does. And I just so happen to have that spell available today.
That is most convenient.
He goes, alright, so the way this works, and I'm doing this because of your success with the ridding the forest of demons. Normally I wouldn't be helping your kind, but that is admirable thing you've done there for us.
Done taken.
And also these Erenfar elves, speak for you. And the guy that you have been talking with before nods and looks at you approvingly. And he says, so here's how it works. I need to open a portal in a tree here, and then another tree that I'm familiar with will have another portal open there, and you'll be able to run through. But you have only 6 seconds to get all of your party through. And it's just you three. Should be no problem.
Yes.
So you need to prepare yourselves. Anything you need to do, get ready to run. And I know of a tree that is within about an hour's walk from this town that you speak of. And I'm just firming it in my mind. Are you ready now?
Yep.
Right.
I'm ready.
And I'm ready to run at a tree.
He slams down his staff, and the tree sort of starts to wiggle and morph, and then it sort of opens up like a circle inside of it. It's a very large tree. And and he says, "Now!" And
running.
The three of you run through.
Yep.
And you appear over this tree here. So the green X over on the left there.
Ooh. At this rate, we'll beat the hobgoblins back.
Well, you took about an hour to destroy the altars and stuff, and clean up and talk to the elves, and then it took another.
That's true.
2.5 hours here, so it's been about 3.5 hours since they left.
It seems like it took us a long time to get there the first time, so.
Yeah, it's pretty close anyway.
It was about 4 to 5 hours last time to get there, so you may get there around the same time. Okay, so you get to this tree, but you're right next to the bearskin camp. So you're in a bit of forest still, so you can be hidden there, and then you just need to make a stealth check to sneak past the bearskins.
Oh, God. I have to roll something.
Yeah. Do you guys want me to roll for Eiley, or do you want to still control him?
You go ahead.
Okay. So...
Oh, I gotta give...
Stealth.
Did Eiley get some hit points back? Because he still says wounds 33. I think he... Yeah, I'll say he has at least 1 hit point.
My rolls have not improved.
Our new plan is speed.
Right? Should have taken charge.
Let me just move this over here. Okay, so what do you get? You got a 5. Alright, and probably got a 12, and maybe Eiley can... Actually, you know what? Eiley, does he have any spells left? Probably not. If he has one spell, I think he can do Pass Without a Trace. Does he have a second? Oh no, all his spells are gone. You guys are gonna be in a tough situation. All right.
That hour spent like taking care of stuff. Can that be a short rest?
No, I was thinking about it, but you guys were like destroying altars and doing kind of heavy
Well,
work, so.
Eiley could be resting because I was probably smashing.
Yeah, or I could.
Eiley's not a big smasher.
It needed Polyan for sure because you needed to use Eldritch Blast because it was force damage that was working. And bludgeoning damage, so Barash could have done it with a
rock
or some one of the great clubs or something, or just make a club.
Exactly.
So
a hobgoblin body.
Yeah.
Beat
okay,
it
so
to death with a
I'll
cultist.
say that Barash and Polyan were busy not resting while they gave Eiley a chance to rest. It still won't get him back his spells, but at least he can get some hit points back. Because he's at 1. Okay, so because short rest doesn't give spells back to anybody except warlocks, right?
It gives other points to other people, but not spells.
Okay, so he would have
like monks get all their stuff back.
Nice.
Yep.
do anything? No. Okay, so he can do 3 of these, I guess.
Well, he's a better roller than we are.
Oh, nice. So that got him pretty good. And then does he recover anything else? Does he get wild shapes back? Let's see what short rest is. It does give him his wild shapes back, so he can at least do that. And he's already done Wheel or Woe. I think we did that before. And I think it was used.
For healing, yeah.
Oh, he can do this many per day. So I'll mark one off because it shouldn't come back. It does a long rest. But yeah, he can do... So maybe that might be a good one to do. Oh, it doesn't say how this works. When you see... Whatever creature you can see within 30 feet is about to make an attack roll. Saving throw an ability check. You can use your reaction roll to add the number rolled. So I think he was on Wheel. Yeah, current was Wheel. So we can use one of those to give you an extra d6. Each of you. So he'll use 2 of those. And if you guys want to roll an extra d6 to add to
I'd rather
the
you
stuff.
rolled.
Okay, I'll roll for you guys. So this is for Rash. 2. And this
Yeah,
is for
figures.
Colin. 3. Okay. So what does that put you at now?
7.
Oh, and I still haven't done his.
I have
Stuff,
18 hit points left, plus 19
Oh, no.
temporary hit points.
Yeah, no, this is for our sneak rolls.
It's their stealth. Okay, so
Oh,
stealth.
that's alright, yeah.
So
Thought
Eiley
you
gets
were-
the 25. So I will say that he can cancel out
My
a little
horribility.
bit of your
Yes.
failure, and I will set the average at, let's say, a 15.
I get a 15, just.
Oh, with the extra d6.
Yeah.
22,
So then 25, and Brian's
47.
was it 8 total? 7 was total. So yeah, I'll let his advantage bring it back up to an average of 15. So let's say you have a 15. Let's see if the bearskins notice you.
Well, the average of all of our scores actually is 15, so that's good.
Good. All right. Bearskin patrol. Okay. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. Uh-oh. What's happening?
So, Pauline, who do you
Oh,
think is
right.
the bigger concern at the moment, the hobgoblins or the barbarians? Even without Pagoda at the moment, they don't know they've lost their boss, but they are still a formidable army.
Yes. What a great question. I think that the barbarians will be easy enough to turn away, in that we know that their lieutenants don't want to be here.
That's right.
Pagoda's lieutenants, so we can talk them down without having to fight.
Oh, actually, 100%. Because if we get back to the city, one of their lieutenants who said he doesn't want to follow, who, Pagoda left there, we could have him help speak to them. Be good.
Yep.
Okay, make a perception roll for each of you. I'll do one for Arlie.
See if I can roll anything better.
Arlie's got a +8, so.
Okay. Got 10.
Arlie got a 28.
Oh, 28.
18.
So Eiley, as you guys are sneaking along, Eiley's trying to stop you from stepping on twigs and stuff. He's like, hey, wait, shh, stop, shh. He goes, over there. And at the same time, Eiley's looking over there and looking straight back at him and seeing you guys is a bearskin scout. And around him are some additional guys. So it's a scouting party.
And they've noticed us?
They've noticed you and you've noticed them. So what are you guys going to do?
Hello!
Hello! My friends!
Wave. Yep.
Okay. No.
I mean, it's a peaceful action. It's non-threatening.
Would they even know who you are? I'm going to say these guys have
Unlikely.
not been in the city. So... they probably have had some encounters with the elves, and they probably haven't gone well. So I'm gonna see if. So you're stepping forward, Pauline, ahead of Eiley?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
All right, and it'll depend on what you say and a roll.
Yep.
Persuasion.
Which way are you guys headed?
Okay, and this guy will step forward and so make a persuasion roll. That you guys are cool.
Nice.
Okay, he says, "What are you doing here? Why are you out here?"
Minding our own business and heading back to town. Not causing anyone any trouble. That's what we're doing here.
He goes, "You know there is a war going on, right?"
I heard something about it.
Well, we are taking this city, so you may not want to go there.
Well, that's
Brash walks up with the skin.
Oh, not yet. I will though.
yeah.
If it goes bad, that's going to be my play.
Yep. Until then, though, it's like, Well, I appreciate the warning. I really must make it back to town. And
He goes, we can't
yeah.
let you go to that town. You turn around and go back the way you came.
Well, I
Okay.
would, but back the way I came is towards your camp, and that doesn't sound like a good idea either. I mean, really, back to the town seems like it's the safest option for everyone.
He goes, you will die if you go to this camp. You should come with us. Why don't you come with us? And now the other guys, there's some barbarians and some regular warriors kind of starting to come around beside you. They're sort of like fanning out now and kind of trying to move around behind you.
I do not think this is going well, Pauline.
No.
Okay.
Well, I really hope to spare you the trauma of what's about to happen, but you know.
Let
made
me
it.
put it to you this way, my barbarian brothers.
Brash steps forward. They
Yeah.
see you and sort of step back a little bit.
You go, my brothers. You have been fighting a war for someone who has been led down the path of evil, not the true barbarian path, but he has been taken by demonic powers, and that is what drives him. That is what fills his heart with hatred. Because you don't want to be part of what will happen to anyone who is part of his group.
He goes, how do you know this?
Do you really?
How do you
I
know
go,
this? You are not... You just said you were not from this town. How do you know this?
I go, I didn't say I was from this town. It doesn't mean I don't know as a barbarian what is going on. But let me tell you, if you guys are following under Bagoda's banner has fallen.
How did you know about Bagoda? Who are you?
I gotta grab my bag.
What's in the box, man? What's in the box?
Because
you don't want to see
what's in the bag says,
Glow
what
comes
says,
out.
Pauline, do you want to see what's in the bag? And I reach in and I pull out Bagoda's head.
Okay.
And I go,
make an intimidation check at advantage. You can use your strength bonus.
alright.
Actually,
skill.
You're kind of trying to talk this one out, so I think...
Oh,
this-
I'm being fairly aggressive about this, but it's up to you.
You'd have to, like, beat him, basically, if you wanted to... I don't know, I'll allow it, I guess. Right.
Oh.
Go for it.
Yeah, but not everybody pulls out a bloody head out of a bag.
It's true.
And you said I could use strength for this?
Sure.
Oh, here we go. Oh, I was looking at the wrong one.
I mean, it really should be charisma, but your charisma is actually pretty high anyway.
Well, no, I
There you
do
go,
have
double
intimidation
18.
physical.
Either way, it would have been 23 or 25, so... I think you are good.
So yeah, I pull Bagoda's head out of the bag, and I go, I am taking this back to Hill's Edge to hang it on a pike over the doors as a warning to all who think they should follow the demonic path.
Okay, the guys that were trying to surround you step back towards the scout. The scout also steps back, and then they all start to talk to each other in Norse.
And
I think you speak, don't you?
okay. Yeah, I believe I do.
Yeah.
Well, I'm speaking the one all the rest of the barbarians speak. So
Yeah. So you should you can hear them saying, "Oh, he's right. Bagoda was demonic, and he's killed
I go-
him, obviously." Blah 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 blah. And they're going back and forth, and some of
And I
the,
go,
the
and of
berserkers
course,
are going,
you
"We should
remember-
kill him for killing our leader." Blah blah blah. And the warriors are going, hold on now, calm down. We didn't want this demonic stuff anyway. So you
I'll
guys-
also toss in the, and you guys also know his Lieutenant Slag, and I pull the great sword off my back and go, and this is what ended up killing Bagoda. His own lieutenant's sword from my hand.
And the berserkers kind of sort of like give you a bit of a nod of respect, because that's pretty awesome. And they don't care too much about like slaughter, so that's kind of what they do.
No. Yeah,
so
exactly.
they seem to be like getting, back and forth. Your argument is kind of having weight, and the scout finally says, "This is something that the army needs to know. Will you come back and tell us what happened?"
At the moment, you are only one of the two armies that is laying siege to Hill's Edge. So there's also a Hobgoblin army, which I also intend to take care of. So I suggest you don't be in our way, unless you wish to help us.
It was kind of the scout kind of raises his eyebrows and goes, "I'd have to talk to the army, but that doesn't sound like a bad plan." So what happened to the other lieutenants? Are they all dead too?
They are all dead.
So there's no more demonic presence.
The pool that they went and derived their demonic powers from has been destroyed. They have all been utterly obliterated and dragged back into the depths of hell.
They sort of a little bit of conversation happens again. Okay, we will go and report to, I guess, our new leaders. They don't even know what to think now because all their lieutenants were not there. So they're gonna, we'll go back and tell our leaders, and if you, and they point directly to Barash, if you come out of the city when we arrive, we will talk to you.
When you guys get close to the city, and just so you can make sure that you feel safe, close enough to the city, you have one of them come forward, and I will come out.
Okay. And is
tricks.
Is Jerichoth also dead?
Is he the guy that we saved in the city?
Yes.
Yes. No, we spared his life as he saw Bagura's ways as wrong. So he is waiting for me at the city.
Okay, and then they go a little bit more conversation back and forth, and like, oh, okay, and they nod. They go, and then bring Jerichoth with you to talk to us, and we will meet you at the city, and we will not attack until we talk about this.
Very good. Don't disappoint me.
They all nod.
Okay, we turn and go.
All right. I shouldn't have already added them to the combat tracker. I need to delete them.
I think I tinkled a little bit.
That was good. Good job. Okay, so that was a minor stop on your way, and now as they go back, they tell other patrols to head back, so you guys don't encounter any more bearskins. And you arrive back at the city at the North Gate. What do you do now? I'm going to pull up the city map. Hang on a sec. This one, I think. There we go. Ignore these word progression ones. I'll turn those off. Oh. Okay. I don't think we need that one anymore because I think that hole has been plugged. All right, so you're at approaching number 11 there, the North Gate.
Yep.
And so this takes you. Let me just pull up that map again. Surrounding area.
Where?
So that would have been basically one and a half hours. So that's been about 5 hours.
Did I just draw a big square on there for no reason?
Seems you did.
Not that I can see.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you did. That is a big square.
Can you remove
I
it?
have no idea how I got onto a tool that did that, but there it is anyway. Well, and I closed the page.
It's still there. Oh, get rid of
Yep.
this thing.
Pointer.
Close window. Pointer.
Maybe Pauline has to delete it.
How to do that?
I'm surprised
Found
you're able
where to
do
draw
that.
squares, but I don't know how to.
Undraw squares.
Oh, I found eraser mode. Oh. Nope, doesn't erase squares.
Quarter of the town falls into darkness.
Can it be cleared or something? Whoops. Oh, damn it.
What are you doing? I wonder if I unshared if it'll just. Let's just...
Yeah. I'm taking my map
Oh,
back.
this is getting better.
Clearly, I'm not mature enough to play with maps.
How did you even do that though? I didn't think you could draw stuff. I guess it's like in the same as in a like grid map.
Yep. Layers, layers. Oh. Did you do that?
I think
It
so,
disappeared.
I
Draw
think
arrow.
I might have actually just.
I did that.
Oh no, I think he. Yeah, lucky timing.
Yeah, I did it. Got it.
Woohoo!
Now get rid of the line.
He did.
Get rid of the line.
Yeah, it's
Yep,
gone too.
it's gone
There
away.
you go.
Okay, we did it.
Heroic effort to delete the evil square attacking town.
Exactly.
Okay, so you get to the. It's getting to be almost morning now. It's like an hour before morning. 5. Yeah, it's about an hour before morning. So you arrive at the gate. What do? It's being manned. Obviously, all the gates are and the people on the walls are on watch. Doesn't seem to be any combat going on right now.
Do we see the ship approaching or docked anywhere or?
The
Airship.
Hobgoblin one?
Uh-huh.
You do not see it. It's still dark out, so you wouldn't see it if it was up in the air, because it'd be just in the sky. Actually, I'll let you make a perception check with disadvantage.
Sorry, disadvantage?
Yeah, Eiley might have a chance of seeing it. Rash does not see it.
Finally got a 17. Not usable. Oh.
Yeah.
21 for Eiley's. Actually, not bad.
No, it's pretty good.
Nope.
Okay, Eiley thinks that he might see it in the vicinity of. He can't really tell the distance. He says, "I think I see it over there," pointing towards the compass symbol on the map.
North,
in that direction.
East of town.
Yeah. So you
It's
approach
also
the
by the
gates.
palace.
Yeah. So what are you gonna do?
Head over there, I think.
All right, so you're at the gates.
We're gonna straight up like confront these guys, right? Barash?
I think
That's
so.
like the plan.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Okay, so
No.
you're at the gate. It's your own people there, so I guess you they know you. and they
Yep.
they go, "Oh, you're back. How'd it go?" They let you in the door.
Victorious.
Yeah.
You show them the head.
Yeah.
Look.
Of course I do. It's my shiny penny.
They go, "Whoa." Yeah.
You know, it's not going to take long before everybody in the tavern's like, really, the head again.
Again.
Again. You should really do something about that ooze.
Yeah. Well, I'll cauter. I would have cauterized the bottom.
Okay,
I've got a flaming sword.
that's true.
Yeah, go get the gladiators and meet us by the palace.
Okay.
We have to get these hobgoblins out of town.
All right, and someone runs off to do that. Some of them are already here, so the ones that are here go with you.
Cool.
Excellent.
And you guys head over to the palace. You just arrive there as the Eiley's keeping his eye out for the airship, so I'll keep his same perception check. And he says, "I think you guys can't see it. You guys have no idea." He says,
Yeah.
I think it's getting closer to the palace." And so you guys go in there, and there's a few guards up. Most of the people in there are sleeping.
Get everybody up. Wake the boat!
Start clanging some weapons. And alert!
Pots and pans.
To the roof, everyone, to the roof.
Smacking my sword against the head. Bang, bang, bang.
Bows and crossbows.
Get some more ooze.
Get some more ooze.
All right, so you guys start making some noise. Everybody gets up. Mishra and Treyo are in there. Treyo was guarding Mishra's room, and Mishra was asleep. He gets up. He's in the shape of Pormethol, and he comes out and sees you guys and goes, "Hey, how'd it go?"
Good, but I think you're about to be attacked by a hobgoblin airship. So if anybody has weapons that can take that down before it lands, that would be fun.
And Pormethol goes, "Guards, man the ballistas!" And so they send a bunch of troops out to get there, just as the airship comes over top, and a bunch of lines come down, ropes come down from the airship, and some assassins come down. The sort of shadow hobgoblins that you'd seen before. They come down, but I'm not going to play out this combat unless you want to.
No, it's all good.
I can't cast any spells anyway, so.
Let's hear the action.
Actually,
if anybody's close, or if I'm close enough, I would run over and grab one of the ropes and start swinging it around and watch the guy go flying.
Because you guys had been mocked by them before when you guys were trying to climb up the rope.
Oh, I guess I can shove
Exactly.
people. Actually, I'll just start shoving people off the
It's your new power.
ladders and off the tower.
Yeah. How's the rope?
Yeah, as soon as they get down within 30 feet of you, you just go.
Yep.
And one of them falls 30 feet down, takes a bunch of damage. So basically, you guys are aware of them. They were trying to do a sneak attack on the castle. The sneak attack fails. You guys just shoot ballistas at them, and they realize that it's not going to work. So they pull the ship up out of range, and after it takes a few hits, and then they move off. And as dawn approaches, they are bringing in their troops from the south and trying to attack the south gate. The city mobilizes early as you guys got there in time, and they basically are unable to take the gate. And then as dawn approaches, as the sun comes up over the horizon, you hear the sound of the Flight of the Valkyries. Da 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 da. The ships from the Empire, the airships from the Empire, they're huge battle cruisers coming over there with all these cannons and ballistas, and they basically just lay waste to the hobgoblin ships in the harbor, and then they swoop over the city, and the hobgoblin ship is still up in the air out of range above the castle, and they see that they're coming, and they start to turn. And this is something I wanted to ask you guys. Did you guys want to keep like this hobgoblin guy as a running enemy, or do you care if he he just gets taken out in this cutscene.
There's always more enemies.
This is true.
Okay. Do you like him as an enemy, like a recurring enemy, or you don't care?
Ah,
DM's choice.
he was our friend. He's not even that much of an enemy. He's a frenemy.
He's a frenemy. Definitely. He just did what he said he was gonna do, and you guys
Exactly.
seemingly betrayed him. He didn't recognize that it was a spell, so.
Exactly. That's not his bad.
Yep. Okay, I'm going to say that they fire at his ship, and the ship goes down in the river across from the town. If you see the overland map again, as they try to flee, the ships come over there. And where are we here? Surrounding area. So they chase them over like this forest here, and you don't really see what happens, but you hear the explosion, and the ship goes down in the river there by the bridge.
Okay.
So actually, that's fairly far. During that time, the army's gonna be
that's a big explosion.
Yeah, I guess they go fairly fast. They have a smaller, faster ship, so they get away, and the ships chase them, and then so that's going to be a few hours. They're going to be gone for. So you don't really know what happens up there, but anyway, they took out the hobgoblins that were at the docks, and then your troops from the city go in and clear out the docks. The hobgoblins really have nowhere to go, so they go down fighting because that's their nature. And they put up a pretty good fight, but then a group of farmers from the Hills Edge Farms, and led by your two blade singers, show up and tear into them from the south. And the city is freed.
Go farmers!
Wow. Huzzah!
All right, so you don't know what happened to Vorkoth. But and also in this battle with the hobgoblins, at about the time that happens, the barbarians arrive from the north and stop outside the north gate. So after you defeat the hobgoblins, or while you're fighting the hobgoblins, they actually Verkoth, if you or not Verkoth, Jerkoth, Jerkoth and Verkoth. I didn't notice I'd done that. Anyway, Jerkoth, the barbarian, goes to the north gate while that battle's going on. Did one of you go with him, or do you guys get involved in that?
Well, I said I would, so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you go with him. Pauline, do you?
I'll go.
Okay, so while they're kind of fighting with those hobgoblins below, you guys go to the north gate and meet them. Jerkoth tells them what happened and that how he didn't agree with Pagoda's demonic plan, and he gives a big speech about the error of their ways, and that he will now lead them back to the north where they belong and where things make sense, and to leave this whole
and never come south again.
South dominating plan to the dead Pagoda and his ego. And and you also tell the story to Jerkoth about what happened to Pagoda, so he relays that as well to the barbarian army, and they go.
Yeah.
They sort of cheer. There's a few guys in the army that look like maybe they don't agree, but they sort of half-heartedly cheer to go along with the group.
Yeah.
And but there don't seem to be very many of those types. So, do you guys add anything to that?
Basically, many of you have been dragged from your own clans, where your clans have been, hurt along the way. Build your clans back up. go back to your families, if you still have them. That's who you should be with, not fighting a pointless war over someone's ego.
I go. They all know.
You're barbarians. You are free men.
You don't want to live in cities. Says
Yeah,
Durkov.
don't be slaves. Don't be slaves to politicians. Live like we've always lived.
Okay, and do you want to suggest to Veracos anything about reparations for your people and the other people they?
Well, like I said, they should go back and rebuild. If Yurkov can, it'd be good if the barbarians helped rebuild some of the barbarian clans that were destroyed along the way. And I'll say, and this one, personally for me, would be a great honor if you guys could help them get back on their feet.
Okay, and Jerkoth goes and he clasps your arm with that forearm clasp thing. And he goes, "It will be done. You have done a great thing for us, and we will return the favor."
Excellent, brother. Safe travels.
Okay.
Many victories to you.
And then they hear the sounds of battle going on. But first, we have some battle to fight. And then you join in the battle below, which is already kind of pretty one-sided and definitely turns the tide.
Kill your fill of hobgoblins.
Yeah. And you guys go and finish off the hobgoblins, and then they basically take their people and go back to the north.
Good.
Barbarians, am I right? I mean,
Are they
what? They return just to get.
Yeah, they come back. We've changed our mind. I have changed my mind.
All right, and after all of that occurs, so the city is free. The people cheer, and people are, tending to the wounded. It's pretty low amount of wounded on your side. It was overwhelming odds against the hobgoblins. They did fight pretty well, but there was no chance they were going to make it. And also a group of, from one of the flying ships, a group of elite troops had also been dropped down to make sure those ships were sunk, and no one on the docks was still there. So you meet up with this elite group. And
hold on, before we meet up with the group, Pauline, do we want to quickly go and loot all the bodies? Standard D&D fashion.
I think the barbarians have been definitely taking care of some of that. And actually, you're in a city full of ne'er-do-wells, so I'm sure everybody is doing that.
But barbarians, I'm not going to fight a barbarian for the loot that they find on these bodies. So, to the castle!
I might.
The castle has loot.
So you welcome these elite troopers, Empire troopers, into the city, and take them over to the castle, and meet up with fake Pormathal. And basically the leader of these elite troops tells you that they were obviously sent by Patch, and he says he's kind of an older grizzled soldier with the Nick Fury kind of gray hair on the sides, and chewing on a cigar.
Nice.
And no Patch. He's not that obvious about it, but he's there, and he says, right, so we're here to finish off what you started, and it looks like you already finished it off mostly for us, so that's great. We also were told to bring your reward from Patch, so you had some kind of agreement with him, and he's also aware of what you've done. I think he was assuming you were going to take out some demons or something, and sounds like you have, from the rumors I've heard.
Hey, want to see what's in the bag?
He goes, "Oh,
it's a trick! Don't look."
That's a. It doesn't look that demonic.
Wait till I get myself a Medusa head.
And he goes, yeah, so here's your reward. Now, there's a couple options for you. I have when the ship gets back, I have a chest of gold and platinum for you. But if you'd like, you can take half in money and half in vouchers at a magic shop in the town back in Tilric. So
You bet.
it's definitely going to be a good deal, I think, to take or you can take the whole thing in voucher at the magic shop to save yourself the haggling process. So up to you. But it's going to be so it's the three of you. I think we're in the deal. You and someone called Eiley. He waves his hand there. So Baresh, Pauline, and Eiley, that's you three?
Mm-hmm.
That's us three.
And so that's going to be basically...
Funny how Zero got erased from this already.
I was
he
just
wasn't.
gonna
He
say,
didn't actually make the deal. Oh, he was in the deal
in the deal.
from the book because you sent Patch a message about including him.
Yeah, but
so he'll say, wasn't there one
no,
more?
I'll step in. I'll say, listen, one of our comrades, Zero, he has fallen to this in trying to save the people and kill the demons. Portion of his share should definitely go to his tribe.
Oh, all right then. Yeah, I'll definitely arrange for that money then. So, is he one of those northern folk?
Yes.
All right. We'll have to figure something out, unless you just want to take care of that yourself.
Maybe I will do that.
All right. So we'll give you an extra share for that.
Okay.
Okay. So for the two of you, or the three of you, the two of you and Eiley, you're each getting. Are you taking the voucher option?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Basically, you'll get more if you take the voucher option because you'll get actual items and it'll be worth more monetarily than because you won't have markup of the store.
Oh, I see.
So if you just take
All
cash, then you can use it for whatever.
Sure.
So
Show me the magic.
Magic is good.
Full voucher? Okay. So you're basically getting 20,000 worth of items from the magic shop in Tilric.
Nice.
And this is the government magic shop, not just like some store. So they have access to stuff that you might not normally be able to find in a store.
It's like getting rum in Cuba.
Ooh.
He has a special government rum. So yeah, you'll be able to pick anything from the sane magic items list for the prices that are listed there. Unless it is... Well, none of the stuff that is game breaking is included. Let me just pull that up.
Game breaking? What on earth would be game breaking?
Prices. See, if you search for sane magic item prices, I think you find the...
Sorry, did you say sane?
SANE. Yeah, there's a PDF. And if you go to the Reddit post one, I think there's a link to the PDF.
Yeah, it's not on like Roll20 or anything. It's a third-party list where somebody gave
who just
sane magic prices PDF.
Yeah.
They did a pretty good job of assigning reasonable prices to all the stuff, which had never had official prices.
Yeah. For 5e anyway.
Cool.
So yeah, so it's got consumables. If something is, you can get up to rare, maybe a very rare. I'll say with discretion, on my discretion, and legendary probably not. But if there's something legendary that's actually within that price range, I might let you have.
I want a Ring of Fire Elemental command.
I don't think there's anything legendary that's within that price range anyway. But...
that is legendary for 17,000 actually. Ring of Fire Elemental Command. I can't come up with like a reason why that would be at all available or relevant to my character, but sure sounds cool.
A Ring of Regeneration would be relevant to my character.
This is true.
Ring of Regen. You've used that item fairly well in the past.
I have. Actually, you used that item fairly well in the past, unfortunately. That's why I died, is because I gave it to you and did take it back.
That's true. That was a bad situation.
I died of blood loss. How embarrassing.
Oh wow, Hammer of Thunderbolts. That brings me back to my AD&D days.
Yeah, so nothing under game-changing items. Summoning items, I mean, maybe. But they're just kind of a hassle to have a summoned creature, so let's say no on that for now. But if there's something you really want, then just check with me after the game. Okay, so you got the voucher, and then I guess so cash for 0, which will be 10,000 gold, and that can go to help his people, or which is also your people. So.
Oh, we are from the same tribe.
Yeah. Well, he was from a different tribe, but he joined your tribe when he left his other one, for reasons that he became like an adopted kid in your group. So that's how he became known to you. I think he was like in his teens at that time.
Just a youngin'.
So what else do we have to do? So resolve the rewards. Okay, so yeah, we resolved the bear skins. We need to do a couple more things. Meet with the city leaders and figure out what to do with the city afterwards. Meet with the freed gladiators and what to do with them, and then resolve the fate of Phineas Finn.
Yes. I was curious what happened to Phineas.
Yeah. So, which do you want to do first?
Track down Phineas.
Okay, so Phineas is still in his beheaded state, but in a gentle repose from what Velina had cast on him. And so she was waiting to see if someone could revive him or something. Or
and wait till no one's looking, then put Pagoda's head on his shoulders and do puppetry.
Oh my god. That is so inappropriate. But so funny.
I'm Phineas. I'm so self-important.
Oh my god.
Hey, look at me. I'm Pagoda. I've cut my own head off.
Alright, so Phineas, we're gonna do a so I think she got him soon enough that he could be brought back with a revivify, which I believe she had, but she had to wait till the next day. It's all funny because this has been like, it was the previous night that you had finished that game, and then Pagoda attacked and beheaded him. So it's only been one day, like one day and an evening since that day, which is kind of fun to consider how much we've played.
Yeah. How can we help him? Like, get him rezzed, I suppose. Like, is there anyone in town who can perform a resurrection? I mean, we've been rewarded with enough money to, like, presumably he should be due a share, and in that case, he's got more than enough money for the job.
I think Velina has the ability to cast that spell. It's a level 3 spell. She just didn't have it, I think, at the time. So I'm going to just read what it needs. So it needs diamonds worth 300 gold, which I'll just say they have as part of your treasure. So, oh, except it can't restore any missing body parts.
They're not missing.
So
This is a
revivify.
doozy. Regeneration, the 7th level one does.
That's
And it
too
has
high for
material
me.
components that cost 1,000 that are burned up. But normally, I think a 7th level spell costs more than that. But there should be enough here for it.
See, I don't know what if they mean like from, you know, if the thing is missing, or if you can just stick it back on, as that's enough to work.
Yeah, missing I think is can't be found or can't be acquired.
Level 5 Raised Dead says it has been dead no longer than 10 days, which is totally fine. And doesn't... Okay, it closes all mortal wounds but doesn't restore missing body parts. If the creature is lacking body parts or organs integral for its survival, like its head for instance, the spell automatically fails.
Good example.
So, again, that one's not going to work. Well, it says missing. And lacking body parts. So you have the
Yeah,
head,
that's your
so
call.
I assume it heals all
My
mortal
call on
wounds.
a decapitated creature would be the level 7 one, but this is not my game.
I think because it says it closes all mortal wounds, you could put the head back on. I think it would restore itself.
Cool.
But I don't think Revivify will do that, because it only gives you 1 hit point, so I think it would be a lot more than 1 hit point needed to put a head back on. Okay, so... yeah, so he'll be... And what do you need to do? This spell doesn't... Needs a 500 gold diamond. So we'll assume that there is one in the treasure. And so the thing I'm gonna do is... well, actually, he knows his men a little bit more than you, so they will do things to try and bring back his spirit. So they do a little ritual. You guys stand respectfully by and don't do the puppeting thing with the head.
Of course not.
No.
And then I'm just gonna do a straight. Actually, do I have? I don't even think I have NPCs for all these guys. I know I have them for the. I have them for the guys that were involved in the gladiator battle, which would be.
I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Okay. Bale was there. And do we have Velina? I'll just use this for her. Goliath. Yeah, those are ones I have stats for, so I'll just use the roll from each of these. So how would I'll just roll their best skill, whatever it is, and if they make a DC 15 check, then they get a +1 on this roll. Okay, he makes it. Medicine for her. She makes it. And Bale perception, that's it. Okay, he makes it. Okay, so they all rolled well. They each come forward and offer some tender story about how he helped them in their life and getting the off of the streets or something, or becoming highly skilled fighter for the gladiator arenas, and each of them tells a story about that, and wishes him to come back to them. And then we just make a con save. He does.
Yay!
He comes back.
Comes back to us.
His head
Welcome back.
reattaches to the body, and he's very weak, but he awakens and oh my god, what happened? What happened? Sorry, I forgot his accent.
First, don't worry. We got his head in the bag.
Show him the head right.
Revenge.
Yeah.
You defeated that guy? He was very strong.
He was a very strong. Not so much anymore.
He's, what happened? What's going on?
Oh, and we brought peace to the city and sent the hobgoblins and the barbarians packing. It's been a busy day.
What?
You missed a bit.
How long have I been out? 1 day.
Just over a day. We've been very busy.
Oh, you look terrible. You have rings around your eyes and wounds all over you.
Yeah, well, you still have a ring around your neck, so I'll take my problems.
My head, it came off.
We told you not to lose your head, but you didn't quite listen.
Oh, well, he takes a moment to kind of figure out where he is and what's going on, gets oriented, and then they take him over to the to his room at the inn, and he takes some rest for a few days. Eventually, the airships come back, and where's my list? I guess the leader's already there. The leader of the elites is the leader of the force. Actually, no, I guess the airship would have a different leader. So the airship leader and the leader of the elite force, and the city leaders that are left, the ones that sided on your side, have a meeting at the castle. Anything you guys want to say to them, or just want me to narrate?
I'll up to you, Polly, and I'll let you deal with the political side. I'm better with bashing.
I mean, really, like, my character's not super involved in politics. Just trying to prove my way, you know, put in a good word,
and
kill demons.
The Pormathol, by the way, which is actually Mishra, finally, he asks you, he pulls you off the side before you go into the meeting. He says, should I keep this up, or we're going to leave when Phineas is feeling better, so should I drop it now and say what we did?
We should put
Probably.
somebody else in power first and have you step down.
Oh, good idea. Who should we do?
Paulian.
I'll describe to you what you guys know, because it's only been a day for your characters, so they would remember.
Yeah.
So what was the situation? I don't even remember. State planner locations. That's all stuff I shouldn't have you guys see. Don't look at the stream.
I'm not.
Stream? Looking up magic weapons.
Yeah.
the name of the guy that was the Wood Elf leader was Velethuel Oakenwood. Was the guy, and Getafix the druid.
Yeah, but we're not about to have the elves who aren't interested in the
come.
city
They didn't show up.
take over.
Mm-hmm. And who normally wouldn't help our kind.
Exactly. Not the best people to put in power.
No.
Who was?
That's just what I think.
Oh, I wonder if it's in your report. That'd be in our notes, I think. Yes, the notebooks that you created. That's where your notes are. So, oh yeah, the loyalists for the guard factions was Trellington. The neutral mercenary ones was named Bronson. Traders was led by Pormethal. The dock worker leader was Cruller, the dwarf. He seemed to be straightforward and kind of an no nonsense kind of guy.
You see, I would lean more towards asking the dock worker and the loyalist guard who they think a good leader would be.
Yeah,
because
that's
they've
not bad.
lived the city, right?
Actually,
And we can, right?
Go
We
ahead.
trust both those guys, but they might not want to be leader.
Yeah, that's not bad. Like listening to like the people we know who to pick between, I'm like, man, we should
We've
just
only
leave
been
the
here.
power vacuum and let it solve itself. Like
Exactly.
I don't want to be a kingmaker. I don't think that any good can come from that. Like just
Okay.
get people to promise it'll be democratic, and then let's take off. But having a few trustworthy people pick someone, that works too.
Okay, one person you probably don't want to have is Xandrinus, who is the leader of the Hill's Edge Guard, who agreed with Pormethal and helped in the coup against the previous leader.
Yeah.
No, definitely not.
Pormethal has been, or the Mithra Pormethal has been kind of keeping him out of the loop a little bit, and he obviously suspects something, but he is coming to the meeting.
We would get rid of him.
I got two names for the neutral guard faction leader.
Yeah, but once again, I think we trust the dock guy. We trust the head of the loyalist guard.
Okay.
I think we should let them. Right.
Okay.
Instead of us picking,
Yep.
we haven't been there long enough to choose a leader for a city.
Okay, so it was more just what your recommendation would be, but yeah, that's
And what I'd like to do is like if we get two people we trust, then let's go to them. It's like you have to pick someone. It can't be either of you, and you have to agree.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, so you have a
Perfect.
separate meeting with these two guys before this this meeting.
Yeah.
And you're basically telling them you'll back their choice.
Yeah.
But that's the situation. Okay, make
That's the
make a persuasion check on that, and we'll see if they go for it. Yeah, they think that's a great idea, and neither of them actually seemed all that interested in being the leader, so
I didn't think so.
they actually, so you want them to tell you what their plan is?
Yeah,
they both
sure.
look at each other, and right away they say one of the gladiators, they mention one of the gladiators who was freed is a good choice, and also the shopkeeper owner that was outside the city, that
the one whose shop was kicked out.
Yeah, that you guys snuck back in and stole his stuff back for him.
Right.
And they know that guy, and they know what happened to him. He's went through a lot, and they think it's a good idea to put someone in who's either was previously a slave under the human-centric rules, or was pushed out of the city for the human-centric rules. So they think either of those two choices is good, because they would represent the people who felt mistreated by this whole situation.
Cool.
and the others would then not be so likely to be able to take that power and do that same thing again. All right.
Works for us.
So they, you have the meeting, and they put forth those two choices, and you guys back them up as two good choices. You already know the dwarf pretty well, and the guy that was one of the slaves that you freed, you didn't know him very well, but he seems like a good guy. They specifically do not choose that tiefling guy that you had mentioned, because there's been too much demonic stuff going on. But yeah, it's someone else, and they end up picking the gladiator guy because it's a big part of the city, their attraction. So they want someone who's going to make that definitely a part of the guild again.
Former gladiator turned to governor.
Yep. And it's also someone who's not going to be afraid of a little bit of conflict. So, and not that the dwarf would be too, but the dwarf is just wants to run his business and probably wouldn't be all that interested anyway. But they do vote to give that guy back his business and give him like an official city endorsement, so that he's one of the official providers for weapons for the arena.
Nice.
All right, so that resolves up the leadership of the city. They also agree to make the city democratic. So after this happens, they're going to have elections from the and they're going to have a council of people who advise the leader.
Nice.
And you guys are getting really bored listening to all that conversation about what to do with the city, and but you meet with the freed gladiators, and they afterwards in the bar, and the guy who you guys backed up the recommendation of comes over to you and says, I really want to thank you for backing me up and for rescuing me from that's the slaves' pens. You guys could have just kept your fight to yourselves, and but you thought of us, and we really appreciate it. So on that note, a round of drinks for the house. In
Finally,
honor of the heroes. And so you guys have a nice rousing night. You guys don't pay for anything. You get food and drinks that you want that night.
Woohoo!
And you
3/4 of the way through the night. Hey, want to see a head?
Oh yeah, we've seen the head. But you get some nice party time with the freed gladiators. They're all happy, and everybody's joyful that the city has been freed from its attackers. And I think we're gonna end it right there. So Finna's all the bearskins, city leaders, rewards. All right. That is the end of this chapter. One more thing I wanted to ask you. So for we're not going to continue this into the next chapter until after your game, or did you want to continue do another like story and continue this a bit longer into the summer, and then include those other guys in it? Do you want to do that maybe?
I think we should do one-offs for those things with no consequences and no
Not affecting your characters, yeah.
Not affecting anything.
Okay.
Yeah, like not leaving us in a thing with a thing we have to wrap up, or it needs to go as,
Right.
Just
yeah.
like let's just have some D&D based fun, and just get a feel for the people.
Okay, and maybe after we get that, and after we do your campaign, then maybe when we come back to this, some of them might join in.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Perfect.
And I guess any other questions I have about what you want to do next can be offline.
Oh yeah. Hey.
But I do have a bunch of ideas, but I'll talk that over with you guys another time.
Cool.
All right, so we're gonna wrap it up there. I have the contest still going. If anybody's in the chat and wants to enter it, just do ! raffle to enter. If at least 2 people enter, I will give away a prize. Actually, if anyone enters, I will give away a prize because I haven't given one away in a while. So, Fish, if you want another free game, go ahead, enter the contest. And on that note, everybody have a good time. We're gonna do one-offs, I think, for the next few months until September when we start the new campaign called Shattered. Jess, do you want to just sort of describe a little bit of what that, like a blurb or something of that?
Yeah, I mean, spoiler-free version,
Can
well,
you
it's
say anything?
Yeah. It's a D&D campaign that... It's a D&D campaign. It takes place in on an island that could be set off the coast of pretty much anywhere. Yeah, we're gonna be playing with most of the rules involved, so I expect some unusual races and character classes that are less used, and we'll see how it goes.
Okay, and that is also not associated with the Thoridan stuff, so it's just Jesse's campaign that he's run before, and he's going to run it with us. And I know a little bit about it, but I'm going to pretend I don't. And it should be really fun. But it's the thing I can say about it that doesn't reveal anything is that it's a cool concept that I have never heard anybody else do before in D&D. So that is the I think it's going to be an interesting situation that I think everyone should watch. It'll be really cool.
I hope to live up to your wonderful introduction.
Yes.
Great. Awesome.
It'd be fun. It'd be nice to be a player for a change.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Thanks for playing, and we'll see you next week. I guess we'll do a one-off or something next week. We'll figure out what it is, and I'll announce it on the Twitch page or on my Twitter. All right.
Excellent.
Have a good one.
Sounds good.
Catch you later.